Education is what remains after one has forgotten everything he learned in school. Whoever is careless with the truth in small matters cannot be trusted with important matters. Great spirits have always encountered violent opposition from mediocre. Peace cannot be kept by force. It can only be achieved by understanding. There are only two ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle. The other is as though everything is a miracle. The most beautiful experience we can have is the mysterious. It is the fundamental emotion that stands at the cradle of true art and true science. The world is a dangerous place to live, not because of the people who are evil, but because of the people who don't do anything about it. We all know that light travels faster than sound. That's why certain people appear bright until you hear them speak. I am enough of an artist to draw freely upon my imagination. Imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited. Imagination encircles the world. When you're courting a nice girl, an hour seems like a second. When you sit on a red-hot cinder, a second seems like an hour. That's relativity. What is right is not always popular, and what is popular is not always right. Tilde Albert Einstein, am by heritage a Jew, by citizenship a Swiss, and by makeup a human being, and only a human being, without any special attachment to any state or national entity whatsoever. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing. Tilde Albert Einstein, concern for man and his fate must always form the chief interest of all technical endeavors. Never forget this in the midst of your diagrams and equations. Tilde Albert Einstein, imagination is more important than knowledge. For knowledge is limited, whereas imagination embraces the entire world, stimulating progress, giving birth to evolution. Tilde Albert Einstein. It occurred to me by intuition, and music was the driving force behind that intuition. My discovery was the result of musical perception. There are only two ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle. The other is as though everything is a miracle. Man would indeed be in a poor way if he had to be restrained by fear of punishment and hopes of reward after death. I am enough of an artist to draw freely upon my imagination. Imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited. Imagination encircles the world. I speak to everyone in the same way, whether he is the garbage man or the president of the university. One thing I have learned in a long life, that all our science, measured against reality, is primitive and childlike, and yet it is the most precious thing we have. He who can no longer pause to wonder and stand wrapped in awe is as good as dead. His eyes are closed. He who can no longer pause to wonder and stand wrapped in awe is as good as dead. His eyes are closed. There comes a time when the mind takes a higher plane of knowledge, but can never prove how it got there. Tilde Albert Einstein, my passion for social justice, has often brought me into conflict with people, as has my aversion to any obligation and dependence I did not regard as absolutely necessary. The most beautiful experience we can have is the mysterious. It is the fundamental emotion that stands at the cradle of true art and true science. Everybody is a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing it is stupid. A calm and modest life brings more happiness than the pursuit of success combined with constant restlessness. I speak to everyone in the same way, whether he is the garbage man or the president of the university.
Our task must be to free ourselves by widening our circle of compassion to embrace all living creatures and the whole of nature and its beauty.
The distinction between the past, present, and future is only a stubbornly persistent illusion.